the shot. Good board.
Ooh.
Oh, that was me. That's my fault.
Good block. Okay, 13-14. Let's go. Gotta get a stop here. We got a good one, Shake. I know when you're quiet, you're locked in.
Oh, yeah.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting... Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Williams. Smith is out there with LaMelo Ball. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Miller in at the 3, the small forward. And for Miami, Adebayo is the big man with Butler sliding in at the 4. Terry Rozier is out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Garcia in at small forward. And Greg, on paper, this looks like a real mismatch. These teams have very different expectations.
And in matchup like this, the early stages are important. The team coming in as a big underdog has to keep it close, otherwise things can go south in a hurry.
Now here is Garcia. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And one thing with LaMelo, Clark, he has so much length at that point guard position.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's listed at 6'7", but he's got a much bigger wingspan than that, which allows him to effectively throw passes over the top. And I think it helps in him being disruptive as a defender, too. Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Butler up top, defended by Bridges. 2 points, that one goes.
Butler's ball skills now pretty tight for a wing guy. He's excellent at creating for himself on offense.
Now, here's Ball. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Passes it to Williams. 6 on the shot clock, and it's good. 2 points. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Heat. So first quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Count the basket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Bridges. Poke loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Butler. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Ball kicks to Bridges. Rozier against Ball. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Rozier. To the paint. Here's Garcia. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Garcia's got his second bucket of the game to go.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Ball against Rozier. Now Ball. And the pass to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami leading by 6. Since returning to Charlotte in 2004, Clark, wins have been hard to come by for the Hornets.
Yeah, they haven't been able to make it out of the first round. But things finally seem to...
And Miami shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Adebayo is the big man with Butler slotting in at the 4. Hero out there with Robinson. And it's Garcia in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Trying to get open is Adebayo. They get it again. Outside, Hero. Sinks the triple. Hero's got 6 points.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Floats it up for Williams. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, what you wouldn't know, they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Shots good from Butler.
And this is Jimmy's sweet spot. He loves finding room to shoot that mid-range jumper.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Doc in the last outing against the Magic seemed to be struggling. He added a few points and a couple of boards as well. And his poor play of late has really become a major concern for him and his coaches. He has to pick it up soon, Kevin. Of course, they need it.
Thank you, David. Great job. And you know, even the best players have weak games, guys. But I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
That is the question, and I'm guessing he can. I'm sure he's discouraged, but he won't dwell on it. He knows how to deal with having an off night.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
First one falls for him. Hey, Greg, what are you looking for here as they enter their first night of a back-to-back?
We'll see how the coaching staff distributes minutes among the players. You don't want to overuse your guys tonight and leave them sluggish for tomorrow. It's about finding a balance and using his length to come right off the drive into the hoop there. Big-time move by Miller.
Hero passes to Garcia. Bridges with some nice defense.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Miller up on top, guarded by Robinson. Snatched up. Williams kicks to Williams. Ball from long range. His fourth shot, his fourth miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. Garcia passes to Butler. Williams against Robinson. 2 minutes. The feed to Garcia. Shoots over Bridges. And the Heat get another bucket right there. And the Hornets call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for Miami. He delivered 9 points from three-point range hit.
43. The Hornets. 16. Fans, your Heat Youth Dance Team.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Miami. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. They've got Miller. Bridges out there with Williams. And it's Smith. And it's Ball in at the 1. Williams dishes to Miller. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Miller's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Hornets.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Here's Butler. Bridges with the board. The Hornets shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
Well, I tell you, Bridges is doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
Butler on the wing. Garcia against Miller. Shot from free throw range. And it's off the back rim. No good. Garcia's gone 3 for 8 tonight from the field. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 8 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, LaMelo Ball is young, but he certainly has words of wisdom already. He says, everybody always asks me, what's my slogan? 2 words. Be you. You just got to be you from the jump, and whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. If you ain't you, you're already lost. That's a fact. Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. More than comfortable in his own skin. David, thank you. And Butler sends it back.
That shot never had a chance thanks to the quick hands of Jimmy Butler. This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Miller not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. 10 points for him. The Heat leading by 21. So when we're talking about team identity, Greg, what would you say is the Miami Heat's identity?
Tough-nosed, aggressive, and hard-working. That's what attracted guys like Jimmy Butler here in the first place. And that's the style of ball they want to continue playing.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Grant Williams is checked in for Charlotte. And players and coaches want a consistent whistle, Clark. Isn't that harder, though, when minor contact can be called a foul?
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but I do think the officials do a great job. At the NBA level, there's more latitude for physical contact. These are the best players in the world. They're also the most athletic and the strongest players in the world.
Substitution.
Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable.
You know, at this point of his career, Richardson knows his role, understands it, embraces it. He's a 3-and-D guy who gives you great effort at both ends of the court.
Adebayo is the big man with Butler sliding in at the 4. Doc is out there with Richardson. And it's Jaquez in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And you cannot leave anybody open on Ball's team because this guy is excellent at finding his teammates.
Williams with the block. Pass to Smith. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that, in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
Rozier, he's checked in for the Heat. And the NBA last season, Clark setting records in attendance. Fans are pouring into the arenas on a nightly basis.
Well, it's a great game. I mean, you and I are biased, Kevin. We love the NBA. I played in it. You've broadcasted for a long time. But I do think there's another element, not just the excellence of the players, but the parity that exists now. There are a lot more teams that are playoff worthy, and that keeps them and I think their fans engaged as well.
Hornets trail by 19. Here's Miller. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Miami's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Jaquez the pass to Adebayo. Over Miller. Hits the jump hook. And the Heat lead by 21.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Outside ball. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
To the middle. Garcia's shot is good.
And Rozier is seeing the floor that well, makes everything easier for him and his team.
Charlotte calls timeout. Look, I'm not sure there's been another era in the NBA with so many fantastic passers at every position.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a function of what we saw going back into the 80s with Bird and Magic and how they shared the ball with such great passers. Then you had another group of outstanding playmakers at the point guard spot and on the wings. So now centers at this particular stage in the game's evolution are playmakers, excellent passers, and are players that teams can run their offense through. So I think it's just been kind of a natural evolution because of the skill level of all players when it comes to passing.
Passes it to Jovic. Drives to the hoop. And the shot is good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Richards. He's guarded by Love. Pass to Bertans. Outside Williams. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Micic. Miami grabs the miss. Rozier's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Heat.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Defensive foul.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And not only are they on their way.
So Miami takes this one by a big margin. There was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm.
Te tengo bajo la seda. Me gustan tus medidas como ese me queda. Y esta ay, porque ayer el jueves, el viernes, el sábado repetí. El domingo después de la iglesia. Ya no es una bebé, pero en la noche como que el pía. Porque la enchuló. La tengo. Yeah, yeah. La tengo. La sé.
Da, hace rato quería que esto suceda. Que mate el deseo, no que lo conceda. Salimos de la Astia y llegamos a Andromeda. A moverte enrolando en mi franela. Tú eres otra movie, ese flow en novela. Blanquita te dejo canela cuando te someto. El de la isla son cantos los aventureos. Lo jalo con nuestros videos, ya ni la culeo. No veo un que me guste más por maril que soy peo. Y lo que me más es porque la enchulamos. La tengo.
Te tengo debajo de la sed. Hasta que derrita la vela, viene a dormir y se desvela, ey. Con esa creo que mi maíz tiene nueva nuera. El bill del agua viniendo trepao por todos los que echamos en la regadera. Como si jugara Twitter. Te prefiero y eso que me encanta como te viste. Yo lo debo, no quiero. Puede que después te pongo la refa de ritmo de triste. Ay, quieres. Ay, yo sé. Me dio una pista. Empecé a orar. Adentro.
Con el conejo malo. Pa' que las cookies el millón ante el Claude. Dime a Búho. Dime el Analyzer. Dime Gaby Music, Gricheda y la paciencia.
Porque la enchulón. La tengo. Porque la enchulón.
Looking for Josh. One more. Ooh.
1v1, let's go.
All right, 16-19.
Come on, Roz, game point.
Ooh.
Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. So a look at our starters for the Heat. The duo inside, Butler and Adebayo. Terry Rozier is out there with Tyler Hero, and it's Doc in at small forward. And for the Nets, Bridges and Johnson. Work as the forwards. Cam Thomas out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Simmons in at the center position. Well, Grant, how about the importance of this holiday? Especially when you think about everything that Dr. Martin Luther King stood for.
You know, what an honor and a privilege to play today. I mean, it's really inspiring, even after all these years. And you can tell both of these teams are grateful to be playing on this day right now.
Now here's Johnson. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist.
Look at the release from Johnson. Getting that shot out before the defenders can close out.
Schroeder against Rozier. And it's rejected. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. It's Thomas on the wing. And the Nets, another three.
Love the way Bridges moves that ball around. Always comes out of his hands crisp, on time, and on target.
Here's Doc. And he buries his first look.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
To the middle. Here's Bridges, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Richard, you got to love how Mikal Bridges rises to a challenge.
A very hungry player, but also selfless. Bridges hustles to be whatever you need him to be. And like you said, there's a lot to love about that. No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Rozier against Schroeder. The teardrop. Here's Doc. Lays it up and banks it in. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Schroeder passes to Simmons. Johnson with it. Denied by Adebayo.
What a menacing swat by Bam. Letting them know there are no easy shots when he's around.
Shot clock at 6. Schroeder against Butler. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Really seems like everyone in the league can elevate these days. And Johnson, well, he's no exception.
Here's Rozier. Pass to Adebayo. Outside Butler. Now Rozier. Covered by Schroeder. Second chance effort. Rozier can't get it to go.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And it's Simmons missing.
Nice contest. A high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Rozier with it. He's guarded by Bridges. Rozier, the pass to Doc. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. The Brooklyn Nets kind of hit the reset button early in 2023. Dealing away star power, Richard.
Yeah, it was a big decision for that franchise, sending themselves back to the drawing board in some respects, but they got a ton of picks for Kevin Durant. They got a ton of picks for James Harden, so they have set themselves up to be in a very good position moving forward.
Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Time called here. The Nets decide to talk it over now. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
Now here's Bridges. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Clock at 6. Here's Smith. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 4-point game, coming off a win against the Hornets.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
For a number of reasons, depth seems to become more important every year.
Smith no good.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
It's Thomas on the wing. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Butler passes to Doc. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes play. Up top, Robinson. Right side, Butler. Pulls up at the elbow. Rebound, Brooklyn. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
Here's Clowney. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Thomas. Good work defensively by Robinson.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Inside, here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
Miami trailing. Hero outside. Here's Doc. And that one is hammered home.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
The Nets have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Smith outside. Pass to Thomas. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Robinson. Hero outside. And it's all tied up.
Yeah, nice bucket from Hero. Just refusing to be denied there.
5 ticks left in the first quarter here. Here's Thomas. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Some great action here early as we end the first.
14.
Making a switch here. And Grant, some players feel like certain officials have it out for them. Did you ever see any of that?
You know what, B.A.? The refs are human too. Yes, I did say that. But they're supposed to be impartial. So you go after them for a while, it's possible they will hold a grudge.
Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second, setting the floor for Miami. The duo inside, Butler and Adebayo. Terry Rozier is out there with Duncan Robinson, and it's Doc in at the 3. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Hi, guys. Well, Doc in their last time out against the Hornets just played phenomenal. He tallied 10 points, and if you want to know how aggressive he was, check out how many times he got to the free throw line. And you could see his teammates rally around him in that game. Confident performance.
Great work. Thanks for that. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
And his teammates shouldn't be relying on him to do that either. They need him to be ready to step it up.
Here's Smith, following the bucket by the Heat, and the basket by Bridges.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Here's Rozier. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. The Nets with the lead. Bridges outside.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Watford's checked in for Brooklyn.
Coming up on the floor for your Nets, Trendon.
Pass to Bridges. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bridges has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Offensive board. Outside for Butler. On the wing, Rozier. And down it goes. 2 points. Rozier's got 4 points in the quarter.
The craftiness of Rozier, unpredictable in these screen and rolls, and he uses this to his advantage.
And a pretty tight.
Brooklyn, 42. The Heat, 41.
And proud to have you with us on Martin Luther King Day for a special presentation of the NBA. And for the Heat, they're shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Well, Cam Thomas certainly has an interesting background, Richard. He was born in Japan.
Yeah, Thomas is an American citizen and played high school ball in Virginia. Cam's mom was in the Army and was stationed in Japan when he was born there.
Bridges and Johnson work as the forwards. Cam Thomas out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Simmons in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now here's Rozier. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You can't fall for Adebayo's pump fake, or else he'll go right into the contact.
For Miami,
off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Schroeder passes to Simmons. Outside Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. There's the drive. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Rozier. Tries a 10-footer, and he knocks the jumper down. Rozier's got 6 points.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
And the Nets making a change here. "15 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Johnson against Butler. Butler. He's too much close to the rim.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
1 second left. And he can't get that one. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Just pounding.
57.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And again, happy Martin Luther King Day as we return to the court here on 2K Sports. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. The duo inside, Butler and Adebayo. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Caleb Martin. And it's Doc in at the 2-guard spot. That one goes in.
Yeah, an assertive move there by Butler. Shaking off his defender and finding the bucket.
Now Bridges. Out. Side Simmons. Back to Bridges. Here's Watford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Duncan Robinson.
The size of Simmons alone is what makes him so difficult to guard.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Look, throughout this entire game, they've done a great job of drawing fouls. And as a result, they got a ton of points from the free throw line. That's keeping them in it.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Thomas, he's checked in for Watford.
And a vicious slam by Rozier, really sticking it to them.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Perfect connection on the oop. Bridges is very good at going up and finishing lob as a wing.
Pass to Doc. Knocked away and stolen by Bridges. Here's Thomas. Here's Clowney. Here's Thomas. Shoots over Robinson. Ooh, Robinson with a block. Pass to Butler. Outside for Rozier. To the paint. Doc passes to Adebayo. Banked it in off the glass.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
Brooklyn has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Outside Simmons. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. All right, time for an injury report. Let's check in with Allie LaForce. She's got an injury update on Dennis Schroeder. Allie?
Thanks. I got some news from Brooklyn's head athletic trainer. I'm told there's some stiffness in one of the finger joints, but overall, the rest of the hand feels okay. It's a blow to a team that was hoping to turn up the second half of the season. This is a story that we'll be following very closely.
Well, and Allie, it appears that he needs some work done before he comes back to this one.
And we all know that if it's something he can play through, he'll be back, no doubt. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And the Heat call time here. Let's take a moment to present the New Balance.
Substitutions on the court. At the line, Captain Thomas.
And it's Rozier with the ball for the Miami Heat. Trailing by 8. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Kicks it to Hero. Fires from deep. And it's Thomas with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Adebayo slams it in.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
A minute 9 left to play in the fourth quarter. Steps back and fires. Here's Bridges. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Nets lead by 8.
Great effort by Bridges. Keeps the play alive and cashes in.
Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Hero. On the wing, Rozier. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh my, showing veteran poise. Rozier doesn't let the pressure get to him.
14.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. Johnson, he's checked in for Smith. So he can't get either to fall. And here are the Heat. Rozier outside. Outside Butler. This one for 3. The rebound by Ben Simmons. All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
And BA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
Teams.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
Captain Thomas.
And he does get the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Here's Adebayo. Money. And now they trail by just 4.
And talk about coming up clutch. This is why Bam gets the ball in these moments.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Captain Thomas.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. They trail by 6. 12 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
An improved shooter from downtown. Rozier has been consistent in adding this to his game over the years.
All right, fans. Who needs a t-shirt? Come on, let me hear ya.
7 seconds left to play in the fourth. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. Rozier, the pass to Adebayo. Hero for 3. Oh, gets the 3 to fall.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Yeah, I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
So it's a narrow victory for the Nets, pulling it out for the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Te tengo bajo la seda. Me gustan tus medidas como ese me queda. Y esta ay, porque ayer el jueves, el viernes, el sábado repetir. El domingo después de la iglesia. Ya no es una bebé, pero en la noche como que el pía.
Porque la enchula. La tengo. Yeah, yeah. La tengo. Ahora sé. Hace rato quería que esto suceda. Que mate el deseo, no que lo conceda. Salimos de la Astia y llegamos a Andromeda. A moverte enrolando en mi franela. Tú eres otra movie, ese flow en novela. Blanquita te dejo canela cuando te someto. El de la isla son cantos los aventureos. Los jalo con nuestros videos, ya ni la culeona. No veo que me guste más por maril que soy peo. Y lo que me más es porque la enchula.
What's good, NBA 2K TV? This is Kevin Cruz, and my favorite feature in NBA 2K24 has been the introduction of Pro Play. And I've created some mean Steph Curry combos that I take with me to every...
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Adebayo is the big man with Butler slotting in at the 4. Rozier's out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Garcia in at the 3. And for Toronto, R.J. Barrett is out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Pirtle in at center. And Greg, taking a look at this one here tonight, the clash at the guard positions really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done. And I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it tonight.
Rozier finds Butler. Back to Rozier. Down low. Here's Garcia. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Another shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Super focused. Pirtle taking the hit well and cashing in on a quality and one opportunity.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Greg, talking about Jakob Poeltl, it doesn't seem like he gets enough credit for his defense.
I don't think he does. I mean, he's an excellent rim protector and rebounder, and a big man who just takes pride in defending.
They get the rebound. Here's Adebayo. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Here's Barrett. It's hauled in by the Heat. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Not a close contest either the last time they got together. Everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Trent. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Butler.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And stolen by Barnes. Kicks it to McCollum. Back to Barnes. The 3. Lock at 6. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Butler passes to Garcia. And here's Adebayo. The second effort. And Poeltl pulls it down. It's Trent on the wing. Poeltl trying to get open. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
With a strong sense of timing and awareness, Bam sent that shot away.
There's Rozier. Basket good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. If we look at the Raptors, Smitty, it has not been easy replicating.
Substitution on the court.
Barrett against Garcia. Pass to Trent. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Scotty Barnes is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Poeltl. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's Butler. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. 14 feet away, and that's good for 2. Butler's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat.
Okay, Jimmy, he is doing his thing from mid-range. Terrific from there.
Here's Trent, and Adebayo sends it back, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. We play just over a minute of basketball here on the second quarter.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for the Heat, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they've got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way.
And over the course of his career, Rozier has really improved his three-point numbers. That off-season work on the jumper has paid off big time.
Now here's McCollum. He had 19 points in the win against Boston. Trent goes in. That one's off to a rough 0 for 6 start for him. Pass to Butler. Back to Garcia. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Hey, Steve, when we look at Scotty Barnes, what excites you about his play?
I think for me, Kevin, it's just him improving. He can pretty much do everything well already. He's still got so much time to keep growing.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
You see the intensity in Butler's eyes. When you give him room to run, look out.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
Now Rozier following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And Garcia kicks to Butler. 5 on the clock. Rozier for 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Doc in the last outing against the Nets really contributed. He ended up with 8 points, and his glass work resulted in a season-high rebound total for him as well. It's safe to say he's out of his funk after a game like that, and we'll see if he can keep it rolling tonight, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants...
So it's Miami out in front.
At the end of the first half of play, the score is your Raptors 25, the Heat 42.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
On the court for the Heat, Adebayo is the big man with Butler slotting in at the 4. Hero out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Garcia in at the 3 spot. Steve, there's a whole lot of young talent throughout the NBA, but which players to you stand out above the rest?
Kevin, there's the obvious ones like Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, SGA, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They are consistently growing as players. I am keeping my eye on a guy like Evan Mobley. He could be an all-time great defender.
Rozier against McCollum. Well, they're passing to Rozier. Over McCollum. Kept alive. And Garcia kicks to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Heat missing.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And Barrett with the basket on the assist by McCollum. Barrett's got 4 this quarter.
Such an effective playmaker. You've got to be impressed with CJ's ability to hit open teammates.
And stolen by Barnes. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Terry Rozier.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
Martin's checked in for Terry Rozier. Charity stripe shot. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got his first bucket of the night.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
McCollum outside. Here's Trent. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Butler. Over in the corner, Hero. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning You can see his feet weren't set on the...
The pass to Garcia. Here's Rozier. Shoots the three. Buries it from three-point range. Rozier's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Heat. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Trailing by 17. We've got C.J. McCollum. Pirtle is out there with Scotty Barnes. Then it's Barrett, and it's Trent in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Shot clock at 5. Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Pirtle is just a brick wall. Then you have to try and roll with him to the basket. Good luck.
Rozier against McCollum. Shot from the low block. Good D by McCollum.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And Barrett slams it in.
You can't teach court awareness. Barnes understands when his guys are uncovered.
The Heat leading by 13. Rozier kicks to Robinson. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Dishes to Garcia. Adebayo with the bucket.
For his career, Bam shooting a high percentage from the field because he typically takes good shots.
Barrett against Garcia. From the line, and Garcia with the block. They retain possession.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Here's Butler. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Miami.
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Pass to Rozier. Here's Garcia. Back to Rozier. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. He's off on that one.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
McCollum outside. On deep, Trent. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Garcia. The shot missing. Nice D from Barrett. Raptors trail by 15. Barnes can't get it to go.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Cullen passes to Trent, and he converts the layup. Trent's got his first basket of the night.
Fights his way through the trees. Gary Trent Jr. with a nice finish.
Outside Butler. Robinson on the wing. Butler against Barnes. Butler dishes to Garcia. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
Greg is a guy that led the offense, a floor general. Do you think we're in the golden era of point guard?
It's hard to say. I mean, the 80s had Magic and Isaiah. The 90s had Stockton and Peyton. The 2000s with Nash and Kidd. But this era is deep. You got Curry, Lillard, Doncic, Durant, and of course CP3 is still going.
And now, a moment to present. So Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and
Y me lo conejo. Te tengo bajo la seda. Me gustan tus medidas como ese me queda. Y esta ay, porque ayer el jueves, viernes, el sábado repetí. El domingo después de la iglesia. Ya no es una bebé, pero en la noche como que el pía.
Porque la enchuló.
And for our finale for the 2K TV wrap party, we've got Team 2K TV versus the world. So welcome to the show. This is very exciting because we're going to run 5v5 today.
Shout out to all of the community.
Coming up next, Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K. And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. The talented duo of Young and Murray of the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Sadiq Bey. And it's a Kongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Heat, the duo inside, Butler and Adebayo. Tyler Hero is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Doc in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, going into these back-to-back games, do you think coaches are more conscious of the disbursement of minutes in the first game?
You know, they have an idea of the total number of minutes they want their superstar in over the two-day period. But it really comes down to how this first game goes.
And for the past few seasons, the Hawks have been driven by their offense, Brent.
And they really have done a nice job of finding some wing scoring to complement what it is they've gotten from the guard position. And they put an emphasis on the three-point line. They made a coaching change, and that philosophy is also helping lead them to be a more potent offense night after night.
Murray. Another shot. Okongwu, no good. And it's Miami's ball. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
They were able to pull out a win last time because their bench came up big. It's so important to have depth on your roster.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Here's Butler. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out.
You don't call him Jimmy Buckets for nothing.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Murray passes to Young. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Doc.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
Here's Rozier. Yes. And it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself. Rozier with a merciless dribble move.
Young finds Johnson. Down low. Here's Bey. Second chance shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
The first free throw is good.
Sadiq Bey has so many intriguing parts about his game. If he can remain a consistent three-point shooter, he's going to do some damage in this league.
Here's Doc. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Hero. Six on the shot clock. Three-pointer Rozier. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Good job by Tyler just finding the open teammate and showing some good awareness.
For Atlanta, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Young, the pass to Murray. Here's Bey. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
At times that Bey would pass on the mid-range, now he's settling in.
How about Sadiq Bey, a guy who's growing into a floor-spacing threat now, Brent?
Yeah, incredibly focused, B.A., on developing those skills to be a sniper at the three-point line. He wants to stretch the floor out, and he has to do that consistently by knocking down shots.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Murray. Knocked loose. Adebayo with it. Now Okongwu defending. Doc, no good. The Hawks have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Rozier against Young. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And Trey doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
Miami calls timeout. And grant the resiliency and determination of the Heat not to be underestimated.
Well, BA, last season became just the second 8.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Here's Doc, defended by Murray. Behind the back and lays it in.
Hero sticking with it through contact. That's not easy.
The Hawks have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. And Atlanta looking at who they've got. The talented duo of Young and Murray are the backcourt. Onyeka Okongwu is out there with Johnson. And it's Bey in at the 3 spot. And he's going for the lob. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Hero. Doc passes to Adebayo. Shoots over Okongwu. Again, the Heat score.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Bey outside. To the inside. Here's an 8-footer. Murray, no good. The Heat have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter.
Hi, guys. Well, Doc in their last time out against the Raptors was not happy with how he played. He picked up a handful of points and also helped on the glass, hauling in 3 boards. He just couldn't dial in, ending the night with a really low shooting percentage. Hoping to turn that around tonight, guys.
Thank you, Allie. I'm sure he's trying to put that game in the rearview mirror and focus on this one.
And that's all you really can do. That tough game is in the past. Now it's time to lock in on playing well tonight.
Yeah, you wonder if the coach is going to force feed that because the ghosts of the last game are still haunting him. Hopefully he can block out all that noise and distraction and get himself back on track.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Murray, shot is good.
And that's a nice pass from Bey, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
Hero against Young. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And the upcoming schedule for the Atlanta Hawks. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then Monday, they head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento.
And for their matchup with the Warriors, no question they'll be amped for that one. Eager to prove themselves against a tough opponent.
Highsmith, he's checked in for Miami. Martin comes in for Butler. Bogdan Bogdanovic checked in for the Hawks. Timeout called, the Hawks. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really...
And the first half now in the books. It's the Heat up.
What a score! Your Miami Heat 35. The Hawks 29.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, one of the stories here, Terry Rozier. Man, is he getting it done today?
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The duo inside, Butler and Adebayo. Terry Rozier is out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Doc in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Well, Brent, something that can get overlooked. How a player fits in on a team can make all the difference.
Well, that fit, BA, depends on where your team is in the arc of your competitiveness. So if you need one guy to put you over the top and you're a team winning 50 games, then you've got to get the right fit. Otherwise, really teams and rosters are exploring talent, developing talent, until they get to that point where fit becomes the foundation for what they're going to do for something special.
No one covering. Murray's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Murray right now helping to stretch out that defense horizontally. The corner 3 goes.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Bay. For the lead. Adebayo grabs the board.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Doc, no good.
Perfect timing to rise up and challenge the shot inside.
Yeah, not easy to do there. And that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Granted, each of the last 3 seasons, Atlanta has been in the top 10 in offensive rating.
That's true, BA, but Atlanta has also been in the bottom 10 of defensive rating. If the Hawks want to take that next step, they have to commit to the defensive side of the ball.
Kongwu with the bucket.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Rozier. And that one goes. He's now recorded. 5th bucket in 8 tries.
This guy is a fighter. Rozier, just a workhorse who enjoys scoring on the aggressive coverage.
Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Johnson. Outside Murray. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I want more of this from DeJounte.
Hero, the pass to Martin. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And you talk to his coaching staff. One thing they like about Caleb Martin, the leadership.
Well, it's amazing when a role player has a voice on a team. And that's what you get with Caleb. He's a great communicator on both ends of the floor. He knows his plays. He knows the opponent's plays. What a great glue guy.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. The talented duo of Young and Murray of the backcourt. Johnson is out there with a Kongwu. And it's Bay in at the small forward position.
That's a tough take right there. This is what makes Trae Young special. Willing to go in there and stay composed under pressure.
Hero, the pass to Doc. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Murray inside. Comes up empty down low.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Young sinks it from just inside the baseline. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
He's caught fire here in the second half. Better late than never.
Butler against Bay. Butler passes to Doc. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Martin. And there's another one for the Heat.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
The Hawks have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Murray, no good. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Martin inside. Bay's there. Here's Doc. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Yep, that one goes. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Adebayo. No good. Good D by Okongwu. For Atlanta, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Young finds Bay. Back to Young. Fires the 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Butler. Inside. Jimmy bucket.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
Outside Murray. Driving in. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Oh, man, this is a big spot for Martin. It's clear he wants to be on the free throw line in these moments.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 2 here. Terry Rozier, he's checked in for Adebayo. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Here's Young. The kick out to Johnson. Wide open. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got his 5th assist in this one.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. They're down by 4. A minute 29 left in the 4th. All right, time now to present our balanced player of the game, DeJounte Murray.
And he's really had a tremendous night from the field. He's shooting at a clip over 50%. I'll tell you what, that's the kind of efficiency that makes a coach rest well at night.
And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Doc passes to Rozier. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.